Hey guys, back with another video on You're Not Alone, channel dedicated to bringing like-minded individuals together. As always, please like, subscribe, comment, really helps me to get on the algorithm. And in this video, I'm going to be super vulnerable with you guys. And it's something I really haven't told out loud to, I think, no one, but trying to build a community of letting people know you're not alone. I know there's a lot of things people go out there that they don't really talk about for fear of being judged, but hey, it is what it is. So this is going to be my battle with lust, how I kind of overcame it, and hopefully hearing my story can motivate you guys to try to beat it as well. Because lust, corn, girls, that thing, man, if you really hop into that addiction, it's so normalized, but it can really ruin your life. And that's what was happening with me. So mine started pretty early, I think around 12 or 11. We got internet, hopped on a computer, heard about it from some friends, watched some videos, and ever since then it's been a wrap. And I will always tell myself like I wasn't addicted, but I think what everyone would see, like when it comes to like a corn addiction, it starts off pretty small, like you're watching like regular videos, and then it gets pretty extreme. And I'm not gonna let you know how extreme it got, but it got pretty extreme. It's because you're getting desensitized to what you're watching, so you just need more and more stimulation to turn you on. So it's like my brain was constantly just chasing that stimulation. And you got to realize when you're doing that, your dopamine receptors are getting fried. So that's what started making me have like a lot of depression, because what would necessarily make a normal brain feel happy, like getting out into natures, getting some sunlight, doing day-to-day activities, my brain wasn't giving me that pleasure, because I had the most powerful pleasure of all, like in the palm of my hand through watching videos, and I could turn that on whenever. And that's what I'm saying. It's so normalized. It's actually like digital heroin in your hand that you can just watch. And it's not like we got to go out there and pay for it or do all these different things. It's just there for us. And a lot of guys are going through it and they're scared to talk about it. And also, not that they're scared to talk about it, they just think it's a normal thing to do, because you have sites that are saying from doctors that I don't know if I could say these words on a video, but just choking the chicken, I guess, is a very healthy thing to do, and you should do it. I personally believe, from all experiences I've gone through, that I don't think it's natural to do it with your hand. I really feel like you need to go out there and go find a girl to go do it with. And you got to realize too, like if you have corn at the palm of your hand ready whenever, you're not going to have the motivation to go chase women. You get me? And I feel like that's how the world works. It's like, we know as guys, we need to be the ones to pursue the girl. And how do we get the girl? Girls like guys that are put together, that they have their career in order, that they are leaders, like all these little attributes. And you don't have those attributes if you're constantly like watching corn. And that's why a lot of guys are confused, like, why don't girls want me? Because girls can sense that. It's like it's like the laws of nature. They can sense when guys are doing that. And when you're not doing it, it makes getting with a girl a whole lot easier. And it makes staying on your purpose a whole lot easier as well. And the world just goes round, and it just works like that. But back to like my addiction story. So went through that, like my childhood, middle school. I was like constantly in corn, chasing stimulation after stimulation. And I never thought anything was pretty much wrong with it until I got my first girlfriend, which was 10th grade high school, I think. And she was down with whatever, to be honest. And the thing I was starting to see is like I couldn't get it up, honestly. And it took me having to think about corn for me to even do something with her. So I would like be telling myself, like, not in the moment, like I just thought that was normal. I'm like, all right, like I just have to think about it. And then fast forward to, because with her, I never like went all the way with her. If you guys, I don't want to say all on video, we went second base. And for me to even have her do something to me, like I had to think about the corn. But then after that, fast forward to like when I slept with the first girl, I think this is like the end of high school. And yeah, met this girl through my brother. We went to a hotel to do it, and I was able to get it up. but I wasn't able to finish, and then it just went down real fast. This shit's like really embarrassing for me to talk about, but like I said, I want to be vulnerable so guys know that this stuff is ruining your life. So that happened. Then I got my first real girlfriend, and with her, because I had emotional connection, it was a whole lot easier. But I found myself, sometimes she would want to come over to do it, and I would tell myself, like, I got corn right here, so why would I want to do it? And I never thought that that wasn't normal. And yeah, it was kind of impeding the relationship, and the relationship didn't end because of that. But at the end of the relationship, we did have a conversation about it, and I took full responsibility for it. And I let her know, like, hey, this is something I am working on, and I do apologize if I never made you feel attractive enough, because we can't keep living on the internet. We can't keep living in the fantasy of corn. If you have a girl that's with you, you should be able to just look at her and be able to do it. And ever since then, it wasn't like I just flipped a switch and it was over with, because when you try to give up an addiction, especially something as powerful as corn, it's going to be hard. And that at that point, it was an up and down battle. Think about it. I went from 12 all the way up to 24, 25. And now 24, 25, that's like how many years? Like 11, 12 years of being able to get that stimulation whenever. So for me to say I'm going to quit, it was like, all right, I'm going to quit. I got this. A day will go by. Oh, I gotta do it. Just one more time. And bro, just one more time will get you guys into so much trouble. I found myself saying just one more time, and I found myself 1 or 2 years gone. I'm like, bro, okay, I really need to get this together. But it wasn't until my spiritual awakening in 2022 going into 2023. If any of my friends, family sees this video, I don't know. Like, all my dates are kind of like all over the place. Timelines. Should have actually wrote this out. But for sure, 2022 going to 2023, I had a breakup with a girlfriend around that time as well. And that breakup was where I was like, okay, I really need to get it together. Really need to get it together. So 2022 going into 2023 was when I started hopping on semen retention, because I started seeing self-improvement things that brought that up. And that's when my life changed. That's when I really started getting things together. That's when more job opportunities started coming in. That's when I started getting more money in the bank. My fitness was going up. My intelligence was going up. I was reading way more books. So I'm like, bro, why have I been wasting so much time throughout the years on corn? Now, like, in a matter of 2 years, I've done more for my life than I've done in the past, like, almost 5 to 8 years. So that's why I'm so heavy on making, like, semen retention videos, because I want guys to know that you need to really lock in and get rid of this lust that consumes you. Because if you don't, life is short. And you might be thinking like, oh man, like maybe I can go a little bit more with this addiction. It's going to take so much of your time and so much of your life away. And also too, ever since I gave up lust, I've gotten so much more closer to God. And because I've been able to get closer to God, things don't really bother me anymore like that, because I'm able to put all my problems onto him. And that's just such a liberating feeling. Sometimes I felt like I want to drown with all the issues I was going through in life. But now that I know that I'm not alone, which I thought for a very long time that I was, but that God is constantly watching over me, being with me every step of the way. And once you get closer to him, you're going to see things that happen throughout your life, and you're going to see why he lined it up to happen the way that it happened. Although, like, I was battling the addiction and going through a bunch of BS, those experiences made me the person I am today. So will I go back in time and take away all the things I went through and the addictions and all that? No. Because that's life. You're never going to go through life not having problems. But the best thing is to know what those problems are, then start working on it. You can't just keep running away from your problems, because they're not going anywhere. And once you start actually solving your problems, you become more of a man, because you start building that resilience and everything. But the main thing I want you guys to know is know that you guys aren't alone. I'm here. I have a community of people that's going to comment and all those things. And you see that other people are dealing with these things. But also get closer with God. And you're not going to be able to do that if you're really deep in your addiction. But if any of you guys are out there battling it right now, I pray for you guys and really hope that you get through. But always know that just light at the end of the tunnel. But if you guys found any value in this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video.